Hello guys, welcome or welcome back to the KP show. We are here with yet another video. This time, we are slightly going away from the IPL action and we are focusing on India's squad for the Test series against England in the upcoming months. This time, compared to the previous years, the Test series is being organized slightly earlier in the English season, so the pitches are going to be a lot fresher and probably we are going to be seeing a lot of swing from the bowlers. And I think the team has been picked accordingly. There are not too many questions, I would say, on this side, but yeah, we definitely like to discuss on the pickings. Pratik, I'd let you take up the first thoughts and let us know what do you think about the squad.
Yeah, I was going through the squad, and I think mostly they have picked the right men to do the job in England. Good to see that Karun Nair has got a test call up, and very excited to see Sai Sudarshan in the names as well. Also, I wonder how that pace battery is going to look because Arshdeep has also got a maiden test call up. Seems he had a good outing in the county last year. So, all in all, it looks like a pretty rounded squad and expecting good results from them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, let's show the squad to our viewers also, and then we'll discuss deep dive into each and every aspect of the firstly the playing 11 and then the backups and everything. So the squad looks something like this. Shubman Gill is your captain. Rishabh Pant has been chosen as the vice captain. He'll also be the primary wicketkeeper of the side. With openers, you have Yashasvi Jaiswal, KL Rahul, and you have a backup opener in Abhimanyu Easwaran. You have Sai Sudarshan and Karun Nair. I think one of these two men would be batting at the number three position. Also could be number four, depending on the combination. I mean, we are going to discuss it. So the all-rounder part, you have Ravindra Jadeja, Washington Sundar, and Nitish Reddy. Akshay Patel is one name that is missing from here. We'll discuss about that too. Then you have Shardul Thakur as the seam bowling all-rounder. Then you have the pace battery of Prasidh Krishna, Mohammad Siraj, and Jasprit Bumrah. You also have Dhruv Jurel as the backup wicketkeeper. You also have Kuldeep Yadav. You also have backup pacers in Arshdeep Singh and Akashdeep. So overall, this looks like a good squad. I mean, it's not easy to pick a squad that would match a squad containing guys like Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. But I think the new era is officially here, and I think we've picked some decent players. Like I said at the start, not too many controversial things have happened in the squad. Relatively, I think most of us would agree on the players that have been picked. Now, I think the controversy starts with the playing 11. I think here people would have a lot of different options. So let's start. I think openers, there should not be any question. KL Rahul and Yashasvi Jaiswal should retain their opening spots. Although my initial thoughts were if we had a more technically fluid opener batting in the opening slot, then maybe Yashasvi could have batted at three. I had my thoughts, but I think I would like to stick to Jaiswal and KL. Maybe we should give that option to Jaiswal to learn and grow his game. We saw in Australia how quickly he changed his technique from the first test match to the second, and even in second he got out pretty early. Then he made some quick changes into the third, and from then on he got better and better. So I think we have to give him that chance to succeed in the opening slot. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I will also go with KL Rahul and Jaiswal as my openers. And I believe Jaiswal, I think that you should not tinker with his position in the batting order.
Mm.
And same with KL Rahul as well, because he has been tried in a lot of positions. But I believe opening suits him the most. And he had a stellar year in England in 2021, if you remember, before the
Yeah,
uh, series got stuck.
question due to COVID.
Series got stopped. Yeah, due to COVID outbreak. So I think it is a good decision. I mean, it will be a good combination going forward.
Yeah, now moving on to number three and number four. Now, I don't want to discuss it individually because here is that point where people would have a lot of combinations. Maybe you would say stick to Shubman Gill at three and give that number 4 slot to Karun Nair. Or there could be an alternate school of thought where somebody would say, okay, number 3 you can give it to Sai Sudarshan, or maybe even Karun Nair, whatever is your pick there, and number 4 can go to Shubman Gill. My thoughts are that I want to see Shubman Gill take that number 4 slot. See, there are two reasons here. One, of course, the legacy, the MRF legacy, as you would call. They want Gill to be the next big thing, which is absolutely clear, right? Talking about the captaincy, I think not many would agree with Gill getting the captaincy. I'm one of them because in Sena conditions, he has yet to prove himself because we haven't seen anything good from him apart from that 91 at Gabba that happened all those years ago. So definitely it's time for him to step up. But whatever decision has been taken. And as Indian fans, we are going to back him. And there's no doubt about his talent, right? It's just about the time where he needs to come good. He needs to show the entire nation and the world why he has been rated so highly, even by guys like Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, right? So I would advocate for him to take that number 4 slot. And the second reason behind this being that also is kind of a bit more protected slot where your best batsman of the side generally bats. And based on the potential, I think Gill can do that simply because Yashasvi is opening. Otherwise, I would have loved Yashasvi also to bat at number 4. So yeah, Gill at 4. Now number 3, I am very tempted with Karun Nair's current form. Also, Gautam Gambhir also might feel the same way. He might do Gill 3 and Nair at 4. But I would say I'll go with a more technically sound Sai Sudarshan at number 3. Also, he is also in great form in current games. If you see, the one negative thing about Sai Sudarshan is his first class average, which is not even 40. I think it's 39 or something like that. But I think we can avoid that as of now because he's too young. And yeah, technically, he just feels the right fit for number 3. What are your thoughts on number 3 and number 4, Pratik?
Yeah, I'll go with the same. I also want to see Sai Sudarshan at three, given that given his technique is more suited to play a number three because he is someone who is who has got a very calculative approach. He doesn't play more like an enforcer, which Shubman Gill is. So that also means that also helps Shubman Gill to bat bit freely at number four. At number three in England, you just can't charge at the ball. So that was something that didn't help Virat Kohli in his first tour to England in 2014, if you remember, because he used to charge down and he got out very cheaply in most of the games. 220 runs in 10 innings or something he got back in 2014. He corrected those things in 2018 when he went back to England. So that is something that I believe that is why I would like to see Sai Sudarshan at three and Shubman at four because number four is more of a enforcer, means the best batsman of your team plays. Someone who is bit more free flowing, who loves to feel the ball on the bat a bit more. And Shubman is that kind of a player. So I think number four is more suited for him in the test side.
Yeah. And Sai at 3
Yeah, Sai Sudarshan
for
at
you?
three without any question. Yeah, I'm more excited to see Sai actually in the whites. I mean you means from a long time I want to see him play for India from the final in 2023 IPL when he took down Pathirana, when literally no one could take him down in the entire season of the IPL. Sai smashed him all around the ground. From that day, I'm a big fan of Sai Sudarshan, and he has been very consistent, at least in the T20 format. In the longer format, he's only 23, and I think he's averaging 39.3, which is not bad by any means. Yeah, I would like to see that in the high 40s or maybe mid 50s, but okay, that will go up. Mostly, it will go up with the kind of player he is, and everyone rates him very highly. From Ravichandran Ashwin in Tamil means in Tamil Nadu circuit, from Ravichandran Ashwin, or you ask Dinesh Karthik, or from his GT teammates, they rate him very highly as well. So I believe it's good time for him to it's good time for Team India to make good use of his good form. So let's see.
Yeah, yeah, I feel the same way. Now let's talk about the 5, 6, 7 here. Do you want to go first? Because I would like to hear your thoughts. Then I'll
Yeah,
add mine.
at at number five, I'd like to see a Karun Nair, because Karun Nair is again a similar kind of number five is also that kind of a role that you can go a bit attacking with a player who free stroking player. So Karun Nair is that guy, and also I think he has played most of his Ranji Trophy cricket last two seasons at number four and number five for Vidarbha. Last, yeah. So I think I'm more tempted to see Karun Nair bat at number four at five. Sorry, five. The second option you may have is Dhruv Jurel, given how technically sound he is. So Dhruv Jurel can also be a very good option at number five. But I will stick with more with Karun Nair, because I think he needs to get his chance after a stellar run in the Ranji Trophy. So he should be awarded at number five. Number six, Rishabh Pant, being the vice captain as well as the keeper batsman of the side. I think Rishabh Pant makes a clear cut case at number six. And I'd like him to bat a little more with more responsibility now, because now people have figured out how to get him out and how to what the bowling plans will be to him. And Australia, I mean, Australia did it very well in all the five Test matches. Apart from the last innings at Sydney, he could never get away without a drop catch or two. So even if he got 30 runs, there were at least one or two drop chances from Australia. So I think Australia got a pretty good. They figured it out pretty well, and they executed it well as well in the BJT. So
Yeah.
I think Rishabh Pant has to bat a lot with lot more responsibility this time. Also being a senior member as well as the vice captain of the side. So Rishabh Pant at six. Number seven, Jadeja. I play Jadeja because my sole spinner in the 11 and also the all rounder. So Jadeja at
Mm,
number seven for me, without any doubt. He batted well in Australia, and I believe we should make good use of him.
mm. So, without going too deep into the next four positions, just wanted to know, do you have Nitish Reddy in your 11 or you don't have him?
Mm, I don't have him given his current run of form, and also he hasn't bowled a bit, lot. He did bowl last night against RCB, 2 overs. He bowled
Mm,
well, but the problem with Nitish Reddy is his main skill, batting, hasn't looked that good this season. I mean, he has looked
mm,
completely out of place. They gave him a chance to bat at three, at number four, at six, seven, eight. They tried him everywhere, but he could not buy a run. Apart from that Chennai game, which was with tremendous amount of dew, apart from that game, he didn't look comfortable in any of the games. So that is something that
true.
worries me a bit. And also, we can play a proper batsman. I mean, we have proper batsmen. Why to make the same mistake again? Like
Which we
play
did enough.
more bits and pieces players for no good reason. Like you're not able to
Mm,
score runs as well as you're not able to take wickets. So I don't think I will go with the purists.
mm.
Test cricket is a
Agreed.
game
That
of
that is
purists.
actually that is actually the right school of thought. I had a different combination in my mind. That's why uh, I played Nitish Reddy, and he was my number five purely because I'm playing him as a batsman. If required, he can bowl a few overs, but I'm just looking at his primary skill as a batter. But yes, the point that you have made actually makes a lot of sense because his current form is down the gutter, to be very honest. It's harsh to say this, but it is what it is. There's no shying away. So I think you're right, and Karun Nair or Dhruv Jurel. I don't think Dhruv Jurel will get the nod ahead. I think it is going to be Karun Nair. If not, then it's going to be Nitish Reddy at number five. If uh, if Gambhir is thinking what I'm thinking, and in that case, Nitish Reddy can be your number five. But yeah, uh, Karun Nair actually makes a lot of sense, and as you mentioned, he deserves this thing. He has been in terrific form, I think, in this last one season of domestic cricket, and it's also good. that finally we are rewarding performance from domestic cricket. So it makes a lot of sense for him to bat at number five. So yeah, either Karunar or Nitish Reddy. So that will be your number five. Six and seven, I think we are in perfect agreement. Rishabh Pant, the vice captain of the side, also Ajit Agarkar has mentioned that Gill and Pant would be the ones who will be carrying out this team. They will be carrying it to the next era. They'll be leading the sides. So what I'm assuming is very quickly you are going to be seeing these guys captain and vice captain in the ODI side as well. Of course, that's a big if because Rishabh Pant has still a long way to go to make it to the white ball setup. Because currently, neither in T20 nor in ODIs, he's looking like he's the first choice. So yeah, long way to go, but I think we will see something better from him, hopefully in the future. Also, the backup wicketkeeper is Dhruv Jurel for Rishabh Pant. Also, one guy that we haven't talked about till now is Abhimanyu Ishwaran. I mean, I feel bad for that guy. He has been there since so long. He's also one of the performers that Indian cricket hasn't been able to reward. I think he's there with the India A side, and I think this is something that he missed out on in the Australia tour as well. In the A games, he wasn't able to get those impactful runs because no matter what you did till the tour, it's in the tour of what you do that matters. Maybe had he gotten some runs in the A games, then maybe he would have featured in the 11 also. You never know. And now I think he still has that opportunity in the A games. If he does well, maybe we could see him feature at number three also, ahead of Sai Sudarshan. Very much possible.
But he is traditionally an opener, right?
Yeah, he is. He is. But in England, I think top three kind of play the similar role because see, in Australia, there is the role that you make the ball old and then you spank it. You get those runs. But I think in England, with the Duke's ball, it stays relatively hard throughout the tenure. I mean, yeah, towards the end, of course, it goes soft, but nowhere close to the way Kookaburra disintegrates from hardness to softness. So I think top three can can be of that similar mold, and hence the reason why I'm pushing for Shubman Gill to bat at number four. Of course, in other conditions he can bat three. It doesn't matter, but in English conditions, batting at number four is actually helpful. So
Yeah,
yeah, another guy that we've talked about, Abhimanyu Ishwaran also can be in contention. But yeah, starting with, I am seeing Sai Sudarshan as the guy to be your number three.
yeah, I think that will be good. He is going to be a better choice in my opinion as well.
Hmm.
Sai Sudarshan. And yeah, I think batting order is pretty much sorted. These seven should play at least the first three games, and then we'll see what happens, how the series goes, and then maybe, if required, we can make some changes here or there.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed on that. Now coming to the remaining four, who do you have? I mean, Jasprit Bumrah is a common factor for both of us, no questions asked. I mean, it's kind of very unfortunate that Jasprit hasn't been given the captaincy. Uh, They said that it's all about Bumrah's fitness, and we don't want to stress him for playing each and every test match. Understandable, but maybe I felt you could have still managed him better. Maybe one WTC cycle at least you could have trusted him with the captaincy. Very unfortunate. He's also a good leader, and yeah, due to those reasons of fitness, he has not been given the vice captaincy as well. I would like to use the term snatched. His captaincy was snatched from him, given he was the captain in the Sydney Test. Sad, but yeah, it is what it is. What are your
I
thoughts?
mean, I think they have made the right call here. Reason being, Bumrah, see, even if I divide 50-50, like 50% of the test matches you play at home, 50% of the test matches you play in the Sana conditions. Means I see no good reason why Bumrah should play against the non-principal teams like Sri Lanka or a Bangladesh, traveling to India or even a West Indies for that matter. I mean, from the in those games, I believe Bumrah should not play. And being the captain, he has to play those games. At least he has to feature in the series. So that is unfair both on Gill or whoever the deputy would have been in that case, as well as on Bumrah. So
Mm,
I think that is not a. I think they have made a fair call here, and I believe that is this. They uh, did the same thing with Hardik Pandya in case of the T20 captaincy. If you see,
mm,
because that is the reason they stated that why they chose Surya Kumar Yadav over Hardik Pandya for the T20 captaincy's candidature, citing fitness and availability for all the games. So I don't think that is a wrong call by any means. If this season, this cycle, I think we are going to play England and New Zealand away. South Africa and
mm.
Australia mostly will be coming to India, and one more away series will play, which will be mostly one of the Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, or West Indies. So
Mm.
in those conditions, and one of them will come to India as well. Means two out of these three. So
Yeah.
I don't think there is a strong reason why we should have made Bumrah the captain. Also, given the thing that Bumrah has captained in two test matches, right? And unfortunately, we lost both the games. One
No, we
was a
won the Perth
complete,
game.
yeah, we won the Perth game, yeah. We won the Perth game, but we lost the other two. I think one was the abandoned test, the remaining so one off test in England in 21-22. Then the other one was this one, uh,
Sydney.
the last Sydney test. So yeah, you can say that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but I feel it's kind of unfortunate, but definitely makes sense the way they made that decision. But yeah, I feel bad for
the only good part,
Bumrah.
the only
Much
good
as
part about
I mentioned for Pandya.
yeah, the only good part about them is the consistency of the decision. That whatever, however, how they calculated the decision on the parameters they decided for Pandya was same for Bumrah. Not like they decided something for
Yeah,
Pandya and then now they come in with a separate set of reasons for making Bumrah the captain or something like that. So that is fine. I think that is
true,
fine. I believe.
true, true. Agreed on that. So Jasprit Bumrah is one of your bowlers, of course, the lead bowler. Also, I think he's not going to play all the games in England. This is also something that I'm hearing as per the reports. I hope that's not the case, and Bumrah features and he's fit enough to play all 5 games because you need a guy like Bumrah in England, especially the conditions favoring the batters. They are already in baseball mode. They scored some 500 odd runs against Zimbabwe. The top three, all of them getting hundreds. So we do need Bumrah to give us that edge over
No,
England.
I mean, what is the reason that they are not means why will Bumrah not play five tests? I think in summer conditions you can play him, right?
Fitness, fitness concerns. Fitness concerns are the problem. They don't want to
Okay.
overexert him because he just came from a huge injury. They don't want him to play each and every game. But
Okay.
yeah, we'll see. Maybe if we are 3-0 or 4-0 up in the series, highly unlikely though. But of course, we can dream, right? If we are there, then of course, Bumrah doesn't need to play those extra test matches. That's a different story.
Yeah, that is for
But
sure.
we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Right. What about the remaining three? I think Mohammad Siraj is going to be one.
Mohammad
Although,
Siraj, Prasidh
uh,
Krishna, and I'll go with Shardul Thakur here as the fourth seamer.
oh, damn, we have the exact same setup. I was also having Shardul at number 8 because that again gives us that option. Because if you are not playing Nitish Reddy, then you can play Shardul Thakur. I mean, one all-rounder doesn't hurt. Uh, and you have to develop an seam bowling all-rounder. That is for sure. Doesn't matter if he's a seam batting all-rounder or seam bowling all-rounder. As in, Nitish Reddy is a seam batting all-rounder. I say that term because more of a batsman who can bowl seam, and Shardul is proper bowler who can bat. Um, Yeah, and Shardul has been successful in England. I know his IPL form has been tipsy-turvy, but I think he is going to come good in England in both the departments of
Yeah,
his
I think
game.
for sure. I think Shardul was good in the last series as well.
Yeah. In fact,
In the
he stepped
last
up
series,
and gave us one of the wins, if I remember correctly, because there was one
yeah,
game where we had a proper batting collapse. In both the innings, he got 50s and then
50s
picked up
in the
a bunch
oval
of
game.
wickets. Yeah,
In the oval game, I think for a
yeah.
fourth seamer is relatively good. I think 8 innings, 10 wickets he has
Mm,
in England. So he has
mm.
got good numbers. Given he is the fourth seamer, so fourth seamer, even if he's picking like a wicket or two in each innings, that is a very good number, I believe.
Mm. Another guy I wanted to see feature in this 11 was Arshdeep Singh, but I just wanted to maintain that continuity that we had from the Sydney Test. I don't think we bowled badly in that Test match. It's just that the conditions uh, in the final day, were too harsh. I mean, we tried our best. The bowlers, they bowled their heart out. It's just that we didn't have Bumrah, and we had only what two bowlers, two full bowlers to be exact, and then we struggled. So I just want
The
to
Aussies,
uh, see them continue.
yeah, the Aussies pretty well knew that there are only two bowlers. We have they at max one can go for 11, 10, 12 overs spell, which they did. They did go. Like they bowled 10 overs on the trot, both of them,
Yeah,
Prasidh as well as Prasidh got 3 wickets as well, 3 quick wickets. So,
yeah,
but after that, it was like it was nothing was left for them to do. Means they already knew that the game is in their bag. That was
yeah,
also you can say that horrible team selection there, the playing 11s, not playing fourth seamer there, and all those things. Too many spinners which don't on a green top. So I believe a lot of things went wrong for India in the Sydney Test or in the entire BGT for that matter. But I hope the team management doesn't do the same mistakes again and again.
yeah. And I'm pretty positive about it. That we are not going to make those same mistakes again. We'll see how it goes with India. And yeah, do you want to talk about the backups as well? We already talked about Ishwaran, we talked about Karun Nair, Dhruv Jurel. We have Akashdeep, Arshdeep, both of them. Arshdeep, I feel, is very close to the 11. If something goes wrong with one of our pacers, then he can be a good substitute. And then you have Akashdeep, who has done decently in Australia with the new ball. And then
I think
here is where we have a debate. Mhm.
Akashdeep
Go
is a
on.
more suited, means more suited bowler for English conditions. If you look closely, Akashdeep is a much more, means he's a better swing bowler than maybe a Siraj or you can say a Prasidh Krishna in the English conditions. But
Hmm.
again, the problem with Akashdeep has been till in this IPL as well as in the Australian series, he just sprays it all around. Till now, he hasn't got that control. I mean, he's also 28 or 29. He's not new to the circuit. So I believe that is the only reason why Prasidh will start over him. Otherwise, he had a good chance. He had a good chance to start in England. And the way Prasidh has bowled since coming back from that injury in the Sydney Test match and the entire IPL, I think he's the purple cap holder currently as well.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah,
so
it'll
it's
be
very tough
interesting
to
to see
keep
how that plays out. Yeah.
exactly. So I think I was very excited for Akashdeep as well to see him how well he bowls in the IPL because he has that uh, Shami kind of a bowling type, but it
Hmm.
seems he doesn't have the control till now.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think as you mentioned, his age is also catching up pretty quickly because the fast bowlers tend to stay at the peak, I think, till 33, 34. Of course, James Henderson is an exception, but that's generally the age where you tend to taper off. So he's got like 5, 6 years in him at least, I feel. We'll see. We'll see if he continues and he improves. and then he can get into the 11 as well. You never know. But I think, yeah, a good setup with the fast bowling department, I would say. The controversy is with the spin. Kuldeep Yadav, of course, warrants a selection. Washington Sundar, you can say he warrants a selection, but the chief question that I have over here is why not Akshar Patel? What wrong has he done to not even be part of your setup? It seems like they have completely discarded him.
Yeah, same is the question with Suresh Iyer as well. He also got some
Shreyas Iyer,
almost 500 runs in the Ranji Trophy last year. If Karun Nair is given a chance, then Shreyas Iyer at least could have been a could have been a squad player at least. And mind you, that guy has literally won you the Champions Trophy during crucial knocks in most of the games. Then carried Punjab to qualify to the playoffs, both with batting as well as captaincy. I think he did everything one can do in the last 1 year, at least in the
yep.
white ball. And also his red ball form has been really good. Yeah, you can say that Mumbai hasn't done that well, which they usually do in the domestic circuit, Ranji Trophy this in last season. But I think Irani Cup as well, he played well. Ranji Trophy, he scored some runs. I think 480 something at 68 average, which is a very good number, I believe, for uh, any batsman to make a case. And
Yep.
and he also had spaces freed up, so at least he could have been a squad player, I believe. Shreyas
Yeah,
Iyer.
I mean
And Akshar
that
Patel,
is the point.
Akshar Patel, I don't know, man. His exclusion from Australia series was beyond me. They didn't
But
even
that
play him.
we got an explanation for the Australia series. He had a baby at that point, so considering that he wouldn't be used too much in Australia, they just preferred to give him that break. So I think that we can
They did.
understand, but huh, that wasn't the official
They didn't.
reason, but that's what.
No, okay, that is one case, but they even didn't play him in the New Zealand home series. I don't think he played. Washington Sundar played in Pune as well as in Mumbai. Bangalore,
Hmm.
Kuldeep Yadav was playing. I think that was the last game before his injury layoff for Kuldeep Yadav. So they didn't play him in the New Zealand series as well. I don't know the reason. Means what can be the reason? Because that guy literally bailed you out at least in two test matches in the 22 home BGT.
Yeah,
At least in two games.
yeah. On the
Otherwise,
back of those knocks, you
otherwise,
went into the final.
exactly. Otherwise, what we saw in 24 against New Zealand, that could have been done in 23, early 23 against Australia itself. We could have lost the home series there and there. The way the top order was performing, the top five, not the top
Yeah,
order as well, the entire top five.
yeah, exactly, exactly the point. So, I mean, it's kind of very disrespectful, I would feel, for both Akshar Patel and Shreyas Iyer because these two guys have done so well, and these guys have been the pillars of the last two ICC trophies that you guys have won. So, I think they deserve some kind of respect. At least Akshar Patel, I would say, because he was part of your test setup and he hasn't done anything wrong to be just,
Yeah,
blackballed out of nowhere.
there is
I
no good
mean,
reason. At least as a squad player, they could have been there. Okay, you can say that Jadeja is my primary all-rounder and Karun Nair has better numbers, but as a stronger case of selection than Shreyas Iyer at number 5 or number 6 batter.
yeah,
But at least they could have been, their senior pros, and they could have been your travel reserves or squad players
yeah,
for that matter.
yeah, yeah. Agreed, agreed. Uh, And one other guy, Sarfaraz Khan. I mean, I get that. I don't want to go into those
See, if
reports, but yeah, he's also
problem
somebody
is
who is missing.
Sarfaraz Khan, yeah, you can say he's tad unlucky, but the problem is there was one famous interview from KL Rahul back in 2017 or 2018 when he said that I was scoring the 40s and 50s, but I was just knocking on the doors. Then I started to score the 60s and the 70s. Then I came to know that you don't have to knock the door if you are standing outside, you have to barge in. Then I understood the importance of those big scores. If you are trying to get into the team, you have to make your chances count. And the Surfaras can blew it away in the New Zealand series. Let's be honest. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
playing
agreed.
there is so much noise about you that you are so good a player of spin in domestic conditions. You are a Bradman and all those things. Your team is five down on a tricky wicket. What you do? You pick the only fielder out in the deep, the first ball you face, and you do that
And there
three
was only
times in a
one
row.
fielder in the deep. There was only
And
one
you do
fielder
that
in the
three
deep in
times,
that last innings.
and you do that three times in a row. That makes the things even worse.
True,
So
true, true.
that does not help the case of any new player, I believe. I think you have to show some
Mm,
responsibility.
yeah. Yeah, I think
So
this was all. Yeah, this was all about
so
the
I think
players who are missing from the squad. Yeah, you were saying something. Please go on.
yeah. So I think Sarfaraz Khan any yeah. So anyways, middle order is pretty much tagged. So I don't think anyone else could have made a cut as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Right. I think it's a brand new batting lineup that we are going to be seeing. We are missing those two stalwarts, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. Virat Kohli, of course, a legend of the game of this format. Rohit Sharma also has done decently. Of course, his white ball status and his red ball status are completely different. But yeah, we are going to be missing them for sure, at least in terms of the presence on the field. Maybe not in terms of runs so much because in the last few series they haven't been able to contribute too much. Happy retirement is what we would say with a lot of respect to both of them for their contributions to the Indian cricket. So yeah, that's all. I mean, do you want to add anything else for the series right now? I don't want to go into
One
the I don't want to go into the previews of each and every venue because that is something that we'll be doing when the series pops up. So right now, what are your thoughts overall?
one one thing I could not understand was the sacking of Abhishek Nair.
That is another controversial topic. I mean, uh, it did make sense because you wanted to shift the blame to somebody for the failures of the BGT and the home test series. But then you had the success of Champions Trophy also. So I don't know what happened there.
No, now this is fine, but if that is the case, then let's go back to 2018 or 2019. In some interview, Gautam Gambhir said that we lost the test series in Australia and in England, then England came to India and they beat us as well. So after that, MS was still the captain and Virat Kohli was made the vice captain and I was removed from the vice captain spot. Now the same thing happens. He is still the head coach. Abhishek Nair is removed. So does he have to say something about this? Because this was done very quietly while the IPL was in progress. And mind
Yeah, so
you,
that it doesn't pop up in the news.
Abhishek Nair is, I mean, everyone almost in the Indian team or in the Indian circuit attributes their success to Abhishek Nair. May it be a Rohit Sharma, a Dinesh Karthik, KL Rahul, Shreyas Iyer, Varun Chakravarti. You can name n number of players.
And all of
So
them have done
this
it
is
on
something.
record.
Even
It's
Rinku
not
Singh,
something.
Rinku Singh for that
uh,
matter, Rinku Singh. So this is something I don't understand. That what wrong did that guy do? And you kind of fire him behind the closed doors.
yeah, unfortunate as it is. I mean, Indian cricket is not fair uh, to anybody, I would say. So we talked about Sarfaraz just now, right? So, so that's that. Oh, one thing that I missed out on talking about. There is no Harshit Rana in this squad. Do you find it surprising? Because
No,
he
I
was
don't.
touted as
He
one
should
of
not have
Gambhir's
been.
favorites.
He should not have been there in the first place itself. That's what I have been telling you. before the start of the BGT. He should never have been on that flight to Australia.
But do you see a shift in power here in that case? So Gambhir probably doesn't have the same amount of pull in the test setup at least that he had prior to the BGT because
I mean,
you don't see him. I mean, I don't see why he would just not pick Harshit Rana. I initially thought maybe it was due to his current form because Gautam Gambhir is somebody who's very high on current form. But in that case, maybe Nitish Reddy also wouldn't have made it to the squad. So
no,
it's a
Nitish
very
Reddy brings
interesting topic.
no, the no, the problem with Nitish Reddy is what Nitish Reddy brings onto the table. There is just one more guy in entire Indian cricketing fraternity who brings that. That is Hardik Pandya, who is unavailable for selection in red ball cricket. So let's keep
Mm,
Nitish Reddy aside from these talks. What Nitish
mm.
Reddy can do can be done by nobody else. So that skill set nobody else has, right? But the other players like Harshit Rana or anyone else you said, I mean, how even Harshit Rana made a case for BGT should be asked. First thing first, should have never traveled there. From the very first test match, Prasidh Krishna should have played ahead of Akashdeep, ahead of Harshit Rana, because he was the most suited bowler in Australian conditions. Tall seam bowler, whom you need in Australia, who can move the
A
ball
hit the
both
deck
ways.
kind of bowler.
Of that,
Yeah.
yeah. But you went in with an inexperienced Harshit Rana, and he got absolutely smoked in Adelaide as well as the second innings in Perth. Right. So that is a call that Gambhir took, and first it looked like it paid off, but that is something that we have to credit Bumrah for. That one spell when they lost some 7 wickets.
True. True. Yeah. I mean, that's all. Do you want to add any closing comments about the squad? And
No,
then we
I'm
can
pretty
wrap
much
this up.
happy with the. I think I'm pretty much happy with the squad. Just believe that we get the 11 correct this time. Not too many of those bits and pieces players like someone can bowl 4 5 overs and can bat one session or half a session. Those kind of players, I don't think they should do it again, because in England it's very difficult. Means England is one of the toughest conditions to play Test cricket in, especially for anyone traveling from subcontinent.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'd also like to make the same comment, and I just would close this video with the final playing 11 that we have in our mind, at least for the starting test, the first test, which would be as follows: KL Rahul and Yashasvi Jaiswal, your openers. Number three would be Sai Sudarshan. Number four, we would have Shubman Gill, the captain. Number five, we want to have, I'll go with your call and have Karun Nair at number five. Rishabh Pant, number six. Then you have Jadeja at seven, Shardul at eight, Prasidh, then Siraj and Bumrah to round up the 11. So this seems like a good 11 to start with, and hopefully we start 1-0 up. And as soon as we get closer to the test series, we are going to be definitely doing our previews. And then, of course, the reviews and all are going to follow up for sure. So yeah, I know for IPL we haven't made these consistent videos because again we didn't want to do it every day, so we just did it in phases, much like we did with the Champions Trophy. But yeah, more than IPL, international cricket is something that we would like to cover more and in depth. So after every match, at least we are going to be doing one video. So yeah, stick through with us and let us know about our content. Whatever changes you feel like, give us your advice. What are your thoughts on India squad? Do you think we missed out on some important points that you thought should have been discussed? And please continue to give your feedback. And if you like our videos, share them with your friends and ask them to subscribe to our channel. That helps us with the algorithm and all. And we'll try to provide quality cricket content as much as we can. So with that message, that's all for this video. We'll see you on the next one. Up until then, ciao.